Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new painting tutorial, and this time I'm going to paint the galvanic servo howlers. This is like the crane that we have from Games Workshop. So here we have one of the vehicles. This is the work that I already started, so just to show you, and we have here the big crane thing, right? So it's to make you an idea, it's as tall as almost as an Imperial Knight. So it's really a big miniature. So I did not glue this to the miniature yet, and what we are going to do now is you can see that it's already in metal color. Is because I did two things. I primed them in black and then I apply a layer with a spray. With a metallic spray. Okay, this is my base, the point where I start. So it's like priming them on metallic instead of priming them on black. The reason is I want to leave a lot of metal, and also I want to play with the look that we have metal just under the yellow. So now what we are going to do is we are going to apply Avalanche Sunset. Okay, I'm applying this with brush. I have mine quite thin, so be sure that it's quite thin down, and we are going to apply this in all the parts where we want to put yellow. So it's going to be, for example, in this part, the main, the main part of this crane, or I don't know, of this type of vehicle, right, of tractor. So I'm going to apply this thin layer as we did on the other one, and I will apply this on all the parts where I want to have yellow. Okay, so it's going to be mainly on the crane. The crane structure will have also this yellow, so it's like a construction yellow. Okay, so I do that and I come back once this is done. So the yellow have been applied in different parts. As you see here, the crane. Okay, and the yellow on all the parts. Okay, the one they want to be yellow as well, all the different parts. So I have applied the yellow as I have shown before. So in the next step I'm going to apply, move this away because I need the space. So you see also on these beams and all this stuff. So the next step is I'm going to apply now Balthasar Gold if you want to do some parts like more on bronze, cooperish color. I will do this in some details, for example, on these deposits here. It's like just to give a nice another type of metallic, not only the standard metallic. I think will give this look of it's. I think adding this color helps to bring this type of gothic look more. It's very more a little bit steampunk, because I have the feeling that the mechanic look have for this part of a steampunk, and as well it's helping to look this to make this ancient look. So we are going to apply this on some parts. Okay, all the parts that you want to have this type of bronze color. Okay, I will do that, and again we do thin layers. It's quite a nice color to work with, covering very well. So as you can see, no problems of coverage. Okay, so I will apply that on some parts and I come back. Okay, so the copper color have been applied where I wanted, especially here on this type of condensers, and then on some deposits, and as well here on this thing. Okay, I wanted to give this console the look of a real old-fashioned. And now I'm going to do some, we'll say, painting damage on the paint or something like that. And what we're going to do is I'm going to use the sponge effect. So I'm going to use Dryad Bark for that. And now I need to look for a sponge. To have my sponge here, but it's I break this from a blister, and what we do is I'm going to make it a little bit more irregular. Okay, we take some paint, and then we dry the paint. That's on my hand. And what we want to do is to add some damage, especially on, we want to touch the sides, okay, of the part that you think that it will get damage. Here we can touch here. The front part can be damaged in more positions, so this, but especially on the borders, okay, and here in the middle. Okay, so I'm adding some damage, and you can add random damage in all places. And you can be as much, you can put as much as you want. So I will not go too crazy, but adding where I think that can be a little bit damaged. Okay, you see that it's giving a very nice random pattern. Okay, I got that right here. Okay, we can play it here, something like that. On this one, for example, the line here, because this part have to be. Then we are going to do on the front as well, a little bit, and something like that. Okay, we can do, I will take a little bit more of paint. We can change as well the position where you want the sponge, so to change the pattern. We test, something like that. Now I'm going to add here. Okay. I'm doing this up because it's quite a dirty technique. You can dirty what you have done. This part have to be quite damaged, it's quite exposed, so we are going to, especially the sides, the beans. Okay. So it's quite a fun thing to do. I think will look great once we have done the washes and everything. I'm going to apply here. And again, if the yellow is not looking that clean, I don't care too much neither. So you want let's go here. Okay. Okay, So I will do now this, and I'll come back to show you how it looks like. So I finished the work with the sponge, okay? So you can see here now how the crane is looking like. Okay, it looks quite damaged. I think it's nice how it looks like. Looks quite used. Now we are going to do the other details. I want to do that because I want to paint the wires here and all this type of stuff, and you need first to do this work. So the next thing, I'm going to use a dark gray, and I'm going to use Ashing gray, dark Reaper gray. Ashing gray will work as well. Any dark gray for me will do the job. Okay, and we are going to paint this type of cables or wires that we have. I don't like to make the wiring in colors. I like to make it more or dark or black directly or dark gray. Okay, so I'm going to do this, painting the wiring with this dark gray, and this includes this wire here and wire that we have in any other part of the vehicle. So I'm going to do with Dark Reaper all the different wires, and I come back once it's done. But you can see when we start doing the wires, it looks quite different, and yeah, I really like the look we have given with the sponge and the weathering. And now I know weathering normally is the last step, but in that case, as it's quite a dirty technique, I wanted to use it before. Okay, so I do all these wires and I come back. Okay, I have done the different wires we have. These ones in the engine, these ones here, the ones that are in that position, also these ones on this part here. Okay, I've done several, all the wires that I have visible. Some of the parts that does not have wires, here I did these ones as well. But I think now is the moment to start doing the washes. And I will start with black wash using Nun oil. And we are going to do it by parts, because I don't think you can wash everything at once. So we'll start, for example, doing the bottom. Okay, you can see the bottom is the part that I have, and you don't need a good brush to do that. I can use one of the bad brushes to do this step. Okay, and we do this before doing other details. So what we are going to do is just apply Nun oil wash on all the metal. I will try to avoid go too much into the yellow, try to keep the yellow clean from the black wash from the Nun oil. Okay, and the Nun oil should only go a little bit on the borders and can simulate dirtiness, but try to be just focus on the metallic at this point. Okay, I know this bottom part will not be visible when it's on the table most of the times, but yeah, I prefer to paint all this. Okay, so we are going to apply this. Of course, we are going to do the tracks. Okay, this is even quite a small brush to do that. Okay, so it's quite stiff. See if I can go for a bigger brush. Okay, we'll use this one for the moment, so we can use something that can take more paint, and we put it. We do first all the inside, all the hidden parts. I will wait that this dries, and then I will do the other side. If not, it's going to be quite difficult. When you try to wash big parts, it's better to do it with 2 steps. So I will do first this inside. Okay, you can see there the ejection points of the mold. Okay, I'm going to do these tracks. Okay. going to do this. We can do this part here. So what you want is really to add black wash. We need to not forget the inside of the tracks. It's quite easy to forget these parts, okay? And just don't be too dirty. Try to be precise, but also I try to go fast and do as much as I can. Okay, so you can see, we'll do this on camera, and then you can imagine I will do the rest of camera, but it's mainly to do the same, right? So let's do this flat part here, because I want to really do all the bottom. Okay, and we are going to do this part. As I said, if it goes a little bit on the yellow, it's not at the end of the work, but I try to avoid it anyway. Okay, we're going to use Seraphim Sepia and Agrax Earthshade on the yellow instead of black. Okay, the black works very well on the metallics. So as you can see, now I have a problem to hold this, so let's see if I can hold on the other side. Okay, I will not do the chimney or the exhaust pipe. I only do the tracks. I want to do it at once, because you want to be as uniform as possible as well. And as you see that it's pulling, just remove it a little bit out. Okay. And then we are going to apply Agrax Earthshade on the metallics, but first you need the Dune oil, okay? This will start giving really the look of old, dirty, and really oily machines. Okay. So now this part is done. I will leave it like, yeah, now it's the track, because I did the top of the track. I should not have done. It's going to be tricky. So you look for a support where you can leave it in a way that the tracks are not touching. So I will use sometimes the same painting pots to hold when is the case. Okay, I'm just checking that I'm not touching, and yeah, so I leave it there, and we do other parts. So I will do this later. So let's do, for example, this part. So I will keep doing that, and I come back once this is done, and bye. Okay, once the black wash have been applied everywhere, this is how it looks like. Okay, and yeah, we see that the metal is looking more dull and quite interesting. So you see here, okay, side, and we can see also as well here the rail. So we have put this, and especially on the tractors, we see, okay, all looks like dirty in working machines. This is the look I want to do, okay, like quite use. Important on the grids to put it inside, so that the grids look dark inside. Also did here, and some of the back grids. So next step, we are going to apply Agrax Earthshade, okay, and we are going to apply this as well everywhere, as we did with the previous wash. And this will go on top of the metallic, and will go on top of the yellow as well. Okay, so this is we will apply this quite over everything. So we are going to apply, for example, here, and this will give this brown look. Okay, that is what we want to look for now. So we'll again we apply by parts. So we'll apply first this here, for example, the tracks. This will give a browny color on the tracks. That is going to be quite an interesting look. Okay, and I want to give really use battered look to all these the pieces of terrain. So we are going to apply this on all the parts, and we are going to do it as well on the yellow. And you will see that once we apply on the yellow, this will darken the yellow completely. I will try not to be too heavy on the yellow, so you can see I apply and then I try to remove until I have the tone that I want. But this will at the same time give quite a nice dirty look in the recesses. So I think this will accentuate also the damage we did before. Okay, the chip paint that we did before, and can put more at the bottom. Okay, and we have to be sure that we put everywhere this wash. Okay, so say I don't want to have a clean yellow, so this is why I'm doing it that way. We do also the bottom. The bottom I have not done too much detail on the bottom. Just and more likely will not be visible, so if you make mistakes at the bottom, I will not take too much care. At the end, this really I'm going to paint like having a nice piece of terrain. This will go on my I'm trying to participate on the Army on Parade, and this will be part of the Army Parade of the Imperial Knights, so this will be together with the Imperial Knights. Okay, so I'm going to apply it here. This will also on the metallic will give the sensation of a little bit of oxidation, dirtiness. So it's quite a fast job. So now I will do, for example, this part here. I will wait. We'll do all the yellow on this one, and then I will put it on this side of the track and wait until the wash dries to the next step. Okay. So as you can see, very nice dirty look, and on the grid now we will accentuate the grid and will give also as well a nice look on the grids, on the side grids of this vehicle. Don't forget the exhaust pipe, quite important. We want this to look as well smoky, dirty, burn. Okay, this looks like another engine. Let's apply this at the bottom. We're going to apply this here. Okay. We're going to go on this. Here. Okay, so I let this dry and I go for the next piece. So this piece we can do, for example, first the top and then we do the bottom. So let's start from the top. That is the most interesting part. I want to show you how it will look like this. Okay, so you can see I will wash all this, and now we are going to have a very nice look and shading on the yellow. So this is what we are looking for. Okay. Don't put too much. I want to keep the yellow look. But you can see it's quite fast. And at the same time you have to be careful not to forget any spot. So let's do the crane itself. It's quite a big piece to put it on camera. Okay, and as I said, I go for fast and easy paint job. This is not going to be a display piece, it's going to be a tabletop piece to play, but you want this battered use look on this engine. So I will keep applying this Aquax air shade on all the different parts of this kit, and I come back to you to show you how it looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like once the wash has dried. It is still drying, but yeah, this is the look I was looking for. So this I will finalize here the part 1, and the reason is this is a very good point. If you don't want to do more detail and just paint fast terrain, it's a very good moment to stop. It's quite fast, it did not take a huge amount of time, and you have quite a nice dirty terrain. In the next step, in the next part, I will go into the details. I will do OSL here. Okay, I will do OSL on this type of inductors. I will paint some of the displays and buttons to give a little bit more of personality. Maybe also a small OSL on this light here. I will do as well the light here. Okay, but this I will do the details on a second part. But to be fair, I think, and then the display here that is open. Okay, but I will glue this as well on this guys. So you see this will go in this position. Okay, and we will have this glued together. So this is my first part. I hope you have liked that. I prefer to split it because then in the second part I can focus on details and other things, and this is just a fast paint job to do just to show you how it will look like, right? You also can see here the rail well where the crane will go. So this is the first part on the painting tutorial of the galvanic the galvanic servo haulers. Okay, and I hope you like here. I will prepare for the next part, and keep tuned if you want to see more and you want to see the final part. But yeah, here is the first part, and just making the dirty part, giving it this dirty look. I think it's what you want for this piece of terrain. That's all for now. I hope you have liked this one, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you later. Bye.